Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the third lecture. I hope you understand the previous lectures. So the next topic is cube roots of unity. Unity means 1. So let us suppose cube root of unity be equal to x. Then we, in the next step, cubing both sides. So in the next step, in the left hand side we have x cube, and in the right hand side cube root of 1 whole cube. Now the powers which are written here, they will multiply with each other and 3 will cancel here, and the only power which is remaining is 1 here. So in the next step, x cube is equal to 1, and further this 1 is shifted to the left hand side, so its sign is changed here, and we can write 1 as 1 cube. We know that the cube of 1 is again 1. So this gives two factors using this formula a cube minus b cube, which is equal to a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. So here, instead of ab we have x and 1. So we have x minus 1 into x square plus x into 1 plus 1 square. So here the product of two factors is equal to 0. So this means either first factor is equal to 0 or the second factor is equal to 0. Here you may notice that x into 1 is again x and square of 1 is 1. So from the first factor, here you may notice 1 is shifted to the right hand side. So from here x is equal to 1. So 1 cube root of unity is obtained here, which is 1. So the other cube roots of unity can be found from the second factor, which is a quadratic equation. So here we use quadratic formula to solve this quadratic equation. The values of coefficients a, b, c is 1 here. So let us substitute these values in quadratic formula. So here all over ABC we substitute 1 everywhere. So inside square root we simplify further. In the next step, 1 square is 1 and 4 into 1 is 4. Then 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Now this minus 3 can be written as the product of 1 into 3. So let us distribute square root to minus 1 and 3 in the next step. And as we know that square root of minus 1 is equal to iota. So in last, the other two roots are found using the quadratic formula from the second factor, which was quadratic equation. So hence the cube roots of unity are 1 and these two. Now you may notice that in these two roots iota is involved. So these two cube roots of unity are complex. So finally it is noticed that one cube root of unity is real and the other two are complex. Now let us suppose the cube root of unity with minus sign be equal to omega. Let us square both sides in the next step. So here we have omega square and here we have the square of this fraction. So in the numerator minus is common. Let us take minus common from the numerator in the next step, which is written here. Then obviously these two terms will become positive. So in the next step minus square is plus, and another thing, the square is placed as power to this fraction also here. So distributing square in the numerator and denominator in the next step. Here we expand this numerator using a plus b whole square formula. So in place of a it is 1 and in place of b it is iota radical 3. So 1 square plus 2 into 1 into iota radical 3 plus iota radical 3 whole square. 1 square is 1 and the product of these three is 2 iota radical 3. Here you may notice a plus sign is present, but after this iota square is equal to minus 1. That minus will multiply with this plus and it will become minus, and square root and square are reciprocal of each other, so only we have 3 here. So we now subtract 1 minus 3 which is minus 2, and this term is written as it is with the denominator. In the numerator 2 is common, so which is taken common in the next step. Here minus 1 is remaining, here iota radical 3 is remaining, and we use the table of 2 to for cancel. 2 1 is 2, 2 2 is 4, and in last the remaining fraction is minus 1 plus iota radical 3 upon 2. So you note that when we suppose minus cube root of unity equal to omega and square it, then we get the positive cube root, complex cube root of unity here. So similarly, if we suppose omega be equal to positive complex cube root of unity and square it, then we get minus complex cube root of unity. So this shows that the two cube roots or complex cube roots of unity are square of each other. So here it is also proved, and here we have derived cube roots of unity till here, and after this the two complex cube roots of unity are square of each other is proved here. Hence the cube roots of unity are, now initially we have 1, then we have this, then we have this. So instead of these two, if we write omega here instead of minus root, then obviously the plus root will be written as its square. So finally the cube roots of unity are 1 omega, omega square. Then we have two properties of cube roots of unity. The first one is omega cube is equal to 1, and the second one is 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. You should remember these two properties because these properties are used in the solutions of questions related with this topic. Now we have first question, find all the cube roots of 27. So here we use the procedure, we follow the procedure which we have used to derive cube root of unity. So let us suppose cube root of 27 be equal to x, then cubing both sides, x cube is equal to cube root of 27 whole cube. Now these powers are simplified, then 3 will cancel here, only one power will remain to 27, which does not make any change here, and we shift 27 to the left hand side, which will become minus. Now 27 can be written as 3 cube. So here the expression in the left hand side gives two factors using a cube minus b cube. So here it is x minus 3 into x square plus x into 3 plus 3 square. Now let us simplify in the next step. The second factor, x into 3 can be written as 3x and 3 square is equal to 9. Now here the product of two factors is equal to 0. This means either first factor is equal to 0, which gives the value of x equal to 3. So 1 cube root of 27 is obtained here, and the other cube roots of unity of 27 can be computed from the second factor. So this is a quadratic equation writing the values of coefficients a, b and c, which are 1, 3 and 9. So the quadratic equation is in x, so we write quadratic formula in x here and substituting the values of parameters here. So the value of b is 3, which is substituted here. The value of a is 1, which is substituted in these two positions here, and the value of c is 9, which is placed here. So simplifying, square root 3 square is 9, 4 into 9, 4 into 1 into 9 is 36, 9 minus 36 is minus 27. This 27 can be written as a product of 3 into 9. So in the next step we distribute this square root to both these products. So square root of 9 is equal to 3 and square root of minus 3 is written as it is, which can be written as a product of 1 into 3 in the next step. And then we further separately distribute square root in minus 1 and 3, and we know that square root of minus 1 is iota. So this term is now simplified here, 3 into iota into square root of 3. So these are the remaining two complex cube roots of 27. So finally the cube roots of 27 are found 3 and minus 3 plus minus 3 iota root 3 upon 2. Okay. These are other questions related with the topic. The statement is prove that the left hand side is written here and after is equal to here we have 0. So to prove this we start from left hand side, which is this one, because there is nothing to do to the right hand side. So left hand side is written here, and if you note that the brackets which are involved here in left hand side, these are actually the two complex cube roots of unity, and we know that if we suppose any one of the complex cube roots of unity equal to omega, then the other will be its square. So we suppose plus complex cube root of unity equal to omega. Here the power is written 7. So definitely the other complex cube root of unity will be its square. Here again power 7 is written. So we break this power 7 as 3 into 2, which is 6, plus 1 7, and these two powers will multiply mathematically, which is equal to 2 7s are 14. And we know from the properties of cube roots of unity that omega cube is equal to 1, and omega power 1 is nothing, omega we can write it as omega only, and the 14 power can be broken as 3 4 the 12 plus 2 14, and then again we have here omega cube which is equal to 1 and the power 4 is written here. So 1 power 4 is again 1, and the multiplication of 1 with omega square will not change its numerical value. So here the three terms are omega plus omega square plus 1. So the second cube root of unity is known to us, which is 1 plus omega square, which is equal to 0. So the order will make no change and it is equal to 0, which is actually the right hand side. So here this question is proved. Now comes to the second question. The left hand side is written here. So we start with the left hand side and we break this 32 power as 3 tens are 30 plus 2 32, and omega cube is equal to 1, and like this we break 37 power as 3 12s are 36 plus 1 37, and omega cube is equal to 1, which is substituted here, and the power of 1 if it is 10 or it is 12, which is again equal to 1, we have omega square plus omega here. And you may notice that from the property of cube roots of unity, if we shift this one to right hand side, it will become negative. So in the left hand side, omega plus omega square will remain here, and if we shuffle their positions, we change the order. If we write omega square in the first term position and omega in the second term position, so this expression is present here and it is equal to -1. So here it is written -1 instead of this expression, which is actually the right hand side of this question. And finally we come to the right hand side, and this question is proved here. Thank you.